Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to day 10. So yesterday, after I launched those ads, 3 hours later, started getting sales. Yesterday was the best test I've ever had, and when I break it down, you're gonna be, wow. You need to scale that immediately, which we will do if today is profitable as well. So we got 4 orders for a total of $445.71 on $65 ad spend. It didn't, the budget for the CBO was $75, spent $65 on ads and gave us $445.71. I'll pop it up here. We were going at the 9% conversion rate, and then it's not included in this, but I also got an additional sale at like 12:03, and in Shopify after 12 it's the next day, but I did get another sale at 12:03 for $122, but that's not included in this. That will be in tomorrow. So yeah, we're at 9% conversion rate. I didn't touch anything today. Today was kind of an L day. Insanely tired, headache. What I did was, I got 2 more ad scripts done. I have to make them tomorrow, and then we're gonna launch those. We're just gonna add it into the existing CBO, and if they perform well, they'll pick up spend, and if they don't perform well, then they just won't really pick up any spend. That's kind of how CBOs work. The best ad gets the most spend, and I've seen before where things change, where your previous bottom spender over the course of a few days can be go up to the top spender. So yeah, the profit of 206, that's not fully blended. I just did some rough numbers, including all subscriptions, apps. I'm sure it's more, like maybe 50 or 45, but this weekend I plan to make an Excel sheet and track all of that. And because there's so many apps and micro transactions, so many $19.99s a month or $14.99s for your pixel, catching, whatever. And also on these 4 orders, the take rate for the subscription was all 4. So on top of the $445 revenue, that's also not monthly reoccurring, because my bundle is 1, 3, and 6. I got 1 order for the 6, which would renew every 6 months, and then 1 order, and then the other 3 orders were for the 3, which would be every 3 months. So it's not monthly reoccurring, but it is reoccurring. So that's good, but I basically just lost it all. That is another thing that I did today. I messed up when I was setting up my subscriptions. I set it up on, automatically it's set to monthly. So I was on support with catching, saying, is there a way to change it for a different, to ship based on the bundle order quantity wise? And they said, yeah, you just got to break it down. And I said, I messed up yesterday. Is there any way that I can change those? And there's absolutely no way you can change existing subscriptions for the safety of the customer. You can pause or cancel and resume, which does make sense, so that someone that's doing black hat can't go in there and up the rebuild to $1,000 and change the name on whatever. This is besides the point. So today, yesterday, very solid day. Today, sitting at 1 sale that I got at 12:03, which that will be in tomorrow's video. So I got some new goals as well, things that I want to get going. I definitely got to catch up on some sleep, just because I tried working today. It's just 3-4 hours of sleep these past few days has definitely caught up to me. So now today I gotta take it slow, take a rest day, catch up on some sleep, I tried working, it just really wasn't going well at all. But, you know, it happens, you know. Take care of your health, you know, that's probably very important. But what I did do today, what I got done before I kind of called it a day, was I made 2 more ad scripts, kind of the same theme, different hooks, and I plan to do different visuals. I was kind of, you know, reading through the text, and I was kind of prompting what kind of visuals I would want and different hooks, and the framework is the same, but different words expanded on it pretty much. These ones are going to be a little bit longer with a little bit more of a sales drive and a higher offer. Well, not a higher offer. I'm not changing the offer. It's basically just to close it. I'm going to close it a lot harder than what I did previously. On top of that, I do want to get 2 ads done every single day, no questions asked. I think, yeah, it's usually very simple. 2 ads a day. It's definitely doable. It's not that difficult. I'm definitely getting the editing down, and I can get them out pretty quickly. And on top of that, next goal is I still want to make the advertorial, because there is another desire that I do want to build on, because these VSL ads, they hit my 3 main desires, but there was another one that I think will perform really well because it hits on embarrassment, and the best way to kind of to persuade the customer, I think, would be an advertorial, and the traffic would be coming from static image ads. So I really do want to test that angle, but the best way to test it is, you know, long format advertorial, 6 to 9 minute read. But I actually do have that script done. I just have to pretty much paste it all, make a few more graphics, and then pump out the statics, which the statics are easy. In Higgsfield, you can do pretty big batches and just reference and give it your brand assets, and it does not take long at all. But yeah, that's it for day 10. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Hopefully these ads are going to stay consistent. I noticed I spent $45 so far, and only got 1 sale, which is still fine, because running the numbers, it would be still at a slight profit from the sale that I got at 12:03, because it calculates into the next day. So it still would be a profit, but hopefully we can stay consistent. I mean, I think today the average was 6 ROAS, which is really insane. Cost per click was around $2.30 on the best performing ad, but the cost per mile was $80, which is insane. But I'm gonna listen to the metrics, and I don't really have an idea on how to lower cost per click. Probably have better CTAs. Kind of think of a reason to get the customer to click and put that into the copy. Maybe make the offer's presence more known, to really drive, like, okay, let me click this ad, because my ads, they straight hit, they spoke directly to the customer. And I know this because I had 4 add to carts and 4 purchases. That's slightly uncommon, which that means that on my end, my ads did everything correctly. Which there are still things that I can improve on, and I will. But looking over the data from yesterday and today, the main focus is going to be cost per click. CPMs are solid. You know, in this niche, I was honestly expecting way more, but for them being that cheap, that means that my ads are definitely working. So yeah, stay tuned for day 11.